Welcome back, dear students. In the last session, we have discussed regarding coordination compounds, naming the coordination compounds in presence of metal ion in cationic complexes. Whenever we consider cationic complexes in one go, however we name them in a as usual way, we will be naming. But the thing is, in anionic complexes, the certain changes we supposed to follow, and we have a certain set of rules given in NCERT, and I have compressed all of them, and I have given you a short in order to remember the things very easily. Very first, we have to consider here name of the simple cation which is present outside the complex, that is called as counter ion. In cationic complexes, generally we make use of ligands to be named first, but in anionic complexes the certain changes we have to follow. What is that? We have to consider name of the simple cation which is present outside the complex. Generally we consider counter ions will be named first, later we will be naming the rest of the coordination entity. Likewise, secondly, we supposed to consider name of the ligand, and here one more important term, that is Latin name, we supposed to mention for the central metal atom. Why does that change? I'll let you know the things later. Here, after at last of naming all the three, that is counter ion, ligand, central metal atom, lastly we are going to put the oxidation state of the central metal atom, particularly in Roman numeral. Okay, so now what exactly the meaning of the Latin name we supposed to follow for the central metal atom? If you consider, we have to end the central metal atom with ATE. With ATE, like we can say suffix, which generally will be written after the name of the central metal atom. So for example, if you are naming iron, then when this iron central metal atom is present in anionic complex, then we have to use like Latin name as ferrate. We have to use Latin name ferrate. And like if you have cobalt as the central metal atom, then we have to make it as cobaltate. We have to use as cobaltate. If we are making use of nickel, then the Latin name of particularly central metal atom will become nickelate. Like this, ATE suffix should be used for the central metal atom while naming the central metal atom which is present in anionic complexes. This should be remembered by all of us. So with this brief idea, let us consider examples one by one. So when you consider examples, very first let me write regarding K4FeCN6. So let me consider example A, K4FeCN6. When you consider this example, as the rules I have written here, we must have to write the name of outside ion which is present outside the complex. Potassium is the ion which is present outside the complex. If you check out the oxidation state, as it is K4FeCN6, we will be getting oxidation state for the Fe. That should be calculated. I have told you how to calculate the oxidation state for this one. Okay, we can consider potassium. How many are there? 4 potassium are there, each potassium plus 1. Then I have Fe. I want Fe's oxidation state. I have Cn minus 1 into 6, that is minus 6 Fe. Okay, plus I have 4 here. How much I will be getting? Fe will be in plus 2 oxidation state. Okay, when you consider this one, how we supposed to name now? We have to understand. Now you can see here that counter ion must be named. First, potassium. Potassium is the counter ion present in this complex. Then I have to name the ligand. Potassium, I have to name the ligand along with the number. How many number of ligands are present? That also be considered. I have cyano in 6 number. Potassium hexa. Hexa indicates 6. Hexa cyano. Okay. Ferrate. Potassium hexa cyano ferrate 2. 2 is the oxidation state for the central metal atom. So now this will be the name for this A complex. So like this, we supposed to name the complexes. Like that, let me consider next example. K3, okay, FeC2O4 thrice. Now C2O4, it must be considered as oxalate. It is referred as oxalate. We all know oxalic acid. Oxalate ion we have to check out. This is COOH. Just remove one of the hydrogen from each. Then you will be getting COO minus and COO minus. This is referred as oxalate ion. And oxalate is considered to be a ligand which donates 2 pair of electrons and it binds to the central metal atom through 2 binding sites. So this is oxalate ion here we have, and how many of there are oxalate ions present? There are 3 oxalate ions are present directly bonded to the central metal atom along with the potassium as a counter ion. Now as per the rules, it should be named as, we have K3, again potassium we have to name. Now we supposed to check out the oxidation state for this one. Then we have oxalate ion 3 in number. Now I give you one work here. You supposed to pause the video and just check out the oxidation state for this one. And as per the name I have written here for the previous example, same you also try for writing the name for the second examples. Try it off. Let me solve this for you. As I have potassium here, iron and oxalate, it should be named as potassium. We have checked out the oxidation state. It has come 3. Have you all done? Let me show you. Here, let me consider this as -3. Okay, each potassium plus 1. Then I have Fe plus oxalate are there. Oxalate, there are 3 oxalate ligands are present. Each oxalate is going to donate 2 pair of electrons and forms 2 coordinate bonds. That is the main change we have to observe here. So that we have 3 and here we supposed to consider as -2. Each oxalate ion is going to provide 2 pair of electrons to the central metal atom. So that 3 into -2 we will be having -3 plus Fe, okay, -6. -6 we will be getting here. So totally Fe will become +3. Fe is +3 oxidation state. Now we supposed to write the name for this one. Just see here, I'll rub this one. Let me have a place here to write the name of complex. Now it is potassium, okay, trioxalato, oxalic acid from which we are getting the oxalate ion and we will be calling it as oxalato. Okay, potassium, how many are there? 3 are there. These are ligands. Trioxalato, potassium trioxalato, ferrate. Ferrate, what was the oxidation state? 3. So this will be the name for this complex. Like that, we have third example. This is first example, this is second example, this is third example we are supposed to consider. So when you consider third example, it is NiCl4 2 minus. In the sense, we do not have any counter ions present over. It is not necessary that in all the examples we must have to have counter ions present. There may be an absence of counter ions, but still we will be given with the complexes. Now just check out here, when the counter ions is not present, directly we are supposed to name the ligands in the alphabetical order if more than 2 types of ligands are present. But here only one type of ligand, that is chloride, is present. Let us name that one. Now Cl4, how to name this one? How many are there? 4 are there. Tetrachloro. Okay. Now I have nickel present in anionic complexes. You can see here 2 minus, definitely it is anionic complex. Whenever anionic complexes examples are coming, we supposed to end the central metal atom as a Latin name. Nickelate, ferrate, cobaltate, like that we have to put ate suffix. Here nickel is present, tetrachloro, nickelate. We will be using tetrachloronickelate, NiCeAELAT, nickelate. What is the oxidation state? Is 2. You can calculate here, you will get 2. So like this, we will be naming the given complexes. Fine. It is very easy. Still now we have done. Let us consider the last, that is fourth example. Definitely such type of questions can be asked for your examination, and these questions can be coming for 2 to 3 marks. Please do practice lot many examples. You can go through the various examples in your NCERT. They have been given to you. Just practice them. You will be getting the enormous idea regarding the naming of coordination complexes. And most important one which are there, I am doing them. Let us move to the last one, D. How to name this complex, let us understand here. So when you consider last one, you can see here there are more than 2 types of ligands are present. So D example indicates it is platinum. Do remember, platinum generally exists in +2. Platinum, we have amine group NH3, BrCl, then nitrito, NO2, nitrato, and the charge on hole is minus. If the counter ions are not present, we have to go for the ligands. Ligands are named in such a way that, please do remember, it is capital O. Please ignore me if previous videos I have written small o. Please ignore for this one. That one, it is N capital O. Okay. Now let us see here. I have ligand amine. Okay, amine. I have ligand bromido. Okay. Then I have ligand chlorido. Then lastly I have ligand nitrato. Okay. Now we have to go for the alphabetical order. A comes first, B comes later. I'm sorry, it is small. C, then comes nitrato, N. Okay. Now see here. Amine, only one is there. Br, only one is there. Cl, only one is there. Nitrato, also only one is there. And we have a central metal atom, platinum. Once we do not have any counter ions present, directly we have to go for naming the ligands. So now you can see here, amine comes first. Amine. Whenever amine you are writing, you must make use of double M. Amine, bromido, okay. Amine, bromido, chlorido. How many amine are there? Only one amine. Chlorido. Then nitrato. N is binding to the central metal atom. Nitrato, we have to mention here as N, because nitrato is considered as an amegentate ligand. It can be bind through nitrogen, or it can also be bind through oxygen. In that case, from where it is binding to the central metal atom, we have to mention. Now, in this case, it is binding, nitrogen is written here, it is binding to the central metal atom by N as the atom. So, we have to mention here N. Then lastly, we have to mention this one, central metal atom. Platinate, we have to write here platinate. Okay, platinate, what is the oxidation state? It is 2. So, this will be the name for this complex. PTNH3BrCl NO2. Amine, bromido, chlorido, nitrato, N, platinate 2. So like this, we can name the complexes which are generally considered as anionic complexes. Please copy it. We'll move to text. Naming the neutral complexes is most easiest than that of the anionic complexes and cationic complexes. When you come to neutral ligands, generally they do not show any kind of charges on the complexes. When the charges are appearing, definitely they are cationic complexes, or they may be anionic complexes. In this case, we are naming certain neutral kind of complexes. So for that, very simple 3 points we have to remember here. Name of the ligands we have to consider. If more than 2 types of ligands are present, definitely we have to consider alphabetical order of the ligands. Then we have common name. Common name, of central metal atom. Common name of central metal atom is as the same as that of the cationic complexes. Only in case of anionic complexes we make use of their Latin name in order to differentiate between the cationic complex and anionic complex. Lastly, we are supposed to understand regarding oxidation state of central metal atom in a Roman numeral. So it is very easy. Let us consider by example. Very first one, it is NiCO4. NiCO4. I am very sorry. I have to mention right here CO. It should be capital. So CO4 in the sense it is carbonyl ligand. Carbonyl is present and only one type of ligand is present in 4 number. So tetra carbonyl nickel. We will be directly writing as tetracarbonyl nickel, and there is no charge on this one if you consider because it is neutral. So CO is neutral in the sense 0 will be the charge, neutral, it will be showing 0 oxidation state. So what will be the name for this one? Tetracarbonyl nickel. Common name of the oxidation common name of the central metal atom, and last we have to mention as 0. Second one is bit tricky and it is easy also. Don't worry, let us write the name first. Platinum, BrCl, then C6H5, NH3. Okay, now let us write the names of the ligands. When you consider name of the ligands, it is amine. Okay, this is pyridine. How do you write the structure for the pyridine? Like this. How many carbon? 6. Okay, C6H5N. It is the pyridine. Pyridine having nitrogen as a heteroatom in a benzene skeleton. And this nitrogen having lone pair of electron, it donates its electrons to the central metal atom. Okay, so we will be calling it as pyridine. PYRIDINE. Then chlorido or chloride. Here bromido. This is, we all know, platinum. Now let us write the name for this one. Fine. Amine comes first, bromido comes next, chlorido, and lastly we will be getting the pyridine. So amine, how many are there? Only one. Amine, use all the small letters. Amine. Then we have bromido. Bromido or bromide, both the things are acceptable. Whenever anionic complexes are coming, then you have to make use of DO. Bromido, chlorido, iodo, like that. Okay, amine, bromido, this is the name I am writing here. Amine, bromido, then comes chloride, chlorido, lastly pyridine. Lastly, you will be getting pyridine. Fine. Then we have platinum. Platinum, and we must have to mention the oxidation state at the last. Platinum 2. You can check out the oxidation state for this one. I have shown you how to calculate the oxidation state for central metal atom in case of cationic, anionic as well neutral complexes. Last example let us consider here. Lastly, let me rub this one and then I'll explain you the things. Third one, you try on yourself and still I'll show you how to write the name. So central metal atom here in this case, this is C. A we have completed, B we have completed, C we have to do. Okay. So platinum is the central metal atom. I have 2 chloride and 2 amine group. So as usual, amine comes first, Cl comes later. Amine, how many are there? 2. Diamine. Whenever you are mentioning amine, you have to make use of double M. Diamine. How many chloride are there? 2. Dichlorido. Platinum 2. Platinum 2. This will be the name for this third example. Please do copy this. We'll move to next. Let us understand regarding the complexes which are given here are mixed type. in which cationic complex as well as anionic complex together they will be given in an example. So for example here those are named as IUPAC names for double complexes. In the sense cationic, anionic, mixed they will be given to you. See for example I have a example in which we have Ag. Okay, Ag in the sense of silver. For the silver Ag, it is common name we will be using in coordination complexes, it is silver. Okay, and for if the condition is same Ag is present as an anionic complex, then we will be calling as argentate. That will be its Latin name. Fine. So let us consider the first example now, that is AgNH3. AgNH3 twice, and then we have AgCN twice. Fine. So when you consider this one, we all know how to name the cationic complexes. It is as the same as commonly we name the central metal atom. See here, we have amine. How many are there? 2. Diamine. Diamine silver. We will be calling as silver. 1 will be the oxidation state here. We will be NDK. Very soon after this one, just by following the rules for anionic complexes, let us start here. So we will be writing ligands and we will be having central metal atom here. So whenever we name the anionic complexes, directly we consider ligands. If our counter ions are present, we also have to consider counter ions. Here we do not have any counter ions. Dicyano. I'll be writing as argentate. Because it is the Latin name for the silver atom, central metal atom or transition metal present here. And we will be writing as argentate. Oxidation state is 1. So like this we will be naming the compound. Diamine silver 1, dicyano argentate 1. It will be the name for this complex. Try for the second on your own. Have you tried on your own? As I mentioned here, first example, here while naming the anionic complexes, dicyano I have written, we must have to prefer for dicyanide. We will be preferring dicyanide. Whenever anionic complexes comes, you have to remember do and ate suffixes must be used. So like this, we will be writing the name for this complex. Like that, let us write name for second. I have told you, platinum Latin name will be platinate. So let us write name for the cationic complexes. When you consider cationic complexes, naming it is done as per the rules. NH3, 4, then I have PTCl4. Okay. So when you consider this one, here let us write name of complex, that is cationic complex. How many amine are there? 4. Tetraamine. Okay. Platinum. Tetraamine platinum. So when you consider tetraamine platinum, 2 will be the oxidation state. Directly let us write 2. Now let us start with this anionic part. Tetrachlorido platinate 2. We will be writing tetrachlorido. Okay, platinate. Tetrachlorido platinate 2. This will be the name for second example. Like that, let us understand third example. Okay, so let us write this one. So here PTCl2, then I have NH3. How many? Totally 4. Then I have anionic part PTCl4. Let us write this one. We have 2 types of ligands. One is amine and one is chloride. So directly let us write them. Amine, how many are there? tetraamine, tetraamine. Okay, 2 chloride are there, dichlorido or dichloride, platinum. You can see here platinum is present in +4 oxidation state. So platinum 4. You can calculate this one. Then let us write name of anionic complex. Tetrachlorido we have to use here. Here we have used the same name we will be writing here. Tetrachlorido. Okay, platinate. 2. Like this we will be writing the name for these complexes, in which cationic part and anionic part will be given together. So please do copy this. We will go to next. Okay, dear students, it is not only that we have to name given complexes. Complexes will be given, name of them we will be drawing and we will be writing them by using the rules. Sometimes it is that we will be given with the names also and we are supposed to write the formula for them. If the names are given, we should be able to write the names for them. If the names are given, we should be able to write the formula for them also. So when you consider the examples are given in the form of names, then we are supposed to write the exact formula for the coordination complex. Let us understand one by one by taking these. First example, that is potassium tetrahydroxido zincate. Whenever Latin name is coming for the transition metal or the central metal atom, definitely it is said to be anionic complex. When anionic complexes are given, we have to write in this fashion. So here you can see potassium tetrahydroxido zincate. Definitely zincate, in the sense zinc will be the central metal atom here. So zinc we should be writing first. Once we write zinc here, we have to go for the ligands. We have ligands tetrahydroxido. Hydroxido, in the sense OH we have to consider. OH, how many are there? 4. So OH 4 we have to consider. OH 4. Complete the bracket. And rest whatever are there, they are said to be counter ions. Potassium is the counter ion. Definitely we can write here as K2. So K2ZnOH4 is the formula we can write for this first example. Tetrahydroxido zincate 2 is the formula we can write for this one. Like that we can try for second one. Potassium trioxalato aluminate 3. Potassium trioxalato aluminate 3. Aluminate 3, in the sense again it is considered as an anionic complex. So let us write the anionic complex here. When you consider this example, aluminium is the central metal atom. So only one type of ligand is present. How many number? 3 number. Trioxalato. So C2O4 tris. Fine. Then potassium is there as a counter ion. As the oxidation state is 3, we will be considering as K3Al(C2O4 tris. Let us try for this one. Potassium trioxalato chromate. We should be able to identify the central metal atom or the transition metal present over. In this case, chromium is said to be the central metal atom. Let us write that first. Let us understand, or let us identify first, and then we have to write there. So chromium, let me write neatly. Chromium is the central metal atom. Trioxalato, the previous one what we have considered like that itself. And we have potassium as a counter ion. Oxidation state is 3. We will be directly writing as K3. You can see this one. Pentacarbonyl iron 0 is said to be a neutral complex. Pentacarbonyl iron. Iron, in the sense Fe, is the central metal atom. Carbonyl is the ligand. How many number? 5. Pentacarbonyl iron 0. Fine. So like this we will be writing the formula for this one. Let us try for this one. Triamine. triaqua, chromium 3 chloride. It's kind of cationic complexes all the way. But the thing is here two types of ligands are present. Triamine, triaqua. Amine is going to, it will be written first, then aqua will be coming according to alphabetical order. Then we have chromium is the central metal atom. Cr, triamine are there. NH3, thrice, triamine, triaqua, that is H2O. Aqua, H2O. How many are there? 3. Triaqua. Chromium, triamine, triaqua, chromium 3 chloride. Just complete this one. Be writing Cl3. So this will be the formula for last example. Like this, we should be able to write the formulas for given coordination names of compounds. Fine. So do complete this. We'll move to next.